Move like that, and now we.
fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last.
Yeah. Hey love, remember me? I know it's been a minute. I used to drive 2 hours just to see you in my Civic. I think you knew before I did that loving you was danger, which is probably why now we see each other as some strangers. I'm sorry, I know that I ignored you for a while. At times you brushed me off and made me go into denial, but every time that I was with you, know you always made me smile. I miss you, I wish I could go back in time to kiss you. I wish that loving you wasn't so difficult an issue. And now I've lost my stamina, cause everything has changed since I've been to Santa Barbara. Heard you had a boyfriend, that's when I just started falling off. You forgot about us easily. You left me with your thoughts and now I'm drowning in my misery. There's a lot of things I wanna say that I don't mention, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice love to save a friendship.
Where do I move the piece? Hey, where do these pieces stay? It's the keys to the lock, it's the keys to the lock. I want to know, want to get to you.
And you always seem to text me and I always just ignore it. Not because I want to, I just can't accept it's over. I don't converse with you no more cause I'm no longer confident. I wanna say I hate you, but it's actually the opposite. How could I forget you if I always have to speak to you? I'd rather cut you off completely if I can't be with you. Until I'm over it and overcome this feeling, I'm just wondering why life is taking long to start my healing. I can't imagine you with anybody else. And low-key, I know I really did this to myself. It's been a while, but recently seen you mess with my mind again. Cause deep inside I know that you'll never ever be mine again. I'm sorry for the days I made you see tears. If it wasn't for my ego, you'd still be here. I swear to God, I never wanted to hurt you. And I really hope you're happy cause I sure didn't deserve you.
Is there a war between us? Or we all mixed up, darling? Darling, stop myself, can't help myself, drowning in my thoughts, drowning in my, drowning in my, take it easy, and I can breathe. Drowning in my.
Announcing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's finally happening. We're finally underway. The grand finals, Team Secret versus Gambit Esports. Best of 5 between the two sides. Everything on the line. All that matters is this. Nothing else. We're down to the wire. Here we go. Gambit, they get themselves the first pick. Once again, giving away Radiant to Team Secret. But something interesting about these bans. I mean, Team Secret, they banned Coddle, Chen, as well as the Ursa. It's not OG, so you don't have to ban the Enchantress. You know that the Hawk's Ursa is probably his best hero right now. It's his Ursa, his Lifestealer, and his Visage. You don't have to worry about his Visage, because you've destroyed the Visage every game you've played against it as Secret. So you Gucci. Yeah, the Ursa could be scary. And then Gambit. Kunkka and Enigma bans make sense to me from Gambit, but banning THD, okay. Look at this. They also decided to go for this very early Pangolier pick. So when I saw the Doom, I was somewhat worried, because I kind of feel like Afterlife, as much like the earlier game he had on Doom against OG, he still got kind of like destroyed in the lane. Even though he was able to catch up later, he wasn't really able to do anything, didn't have much maneuverability, really struggled in that game. And I thought it might be worse playing against Team Secret, because they're not going to mess up and allow you to come back like OG did. Secret will punish you. And although I do hope that this is going to be a Pangolier for Afterlife, and then they'll put Doom on like Immersion. Even FNG can play the Doom, honestly. I'm not too concerned. Like, the Doom can just be a Doom vehicle. Just like, we'll Doom you, whatever, we'll worry about it later. I feel like, yeah, they should put this hero on support. Unless they want to put Pangolier in the mid lane for Afro Ninja. Not the best matchup versus Viper, though. Most melee heroes aren't. Just as a general rule in Dota. Speaking of Team Secret, Viper Revenge. 2 V heroes here in the draft to start things off with. So this is a natural increase in damage that you gain from the Vengeance Aura. And Viper is really good at making sure you can all walk down targets. So I imagine that for Nisha, they'll be picking him a hero. I feel like this is a Spectre draft already. Kind of has that character. They're going for some hard carry though that they don't want single target disable for. Gambit ban the Leshrac from Zai mid one, as well as from Yapzor. They remove Nisha. PA, not going to be available for us. FNG Bane going to be taken out right now by Team Secret. We'll see though. I kind of feel like Secret from here on out should be looking towards, trying to force Gambit to reveal information. Time really stretching out for this pick. They take away Immersion's Earth Spirit. Yo, yeah. The Earth Spirit Pangolier combination was particularly powerful from Gambit the last time we saw it come out. Okay. This is a different look from Gambit. 3 heroes picked up so far that you don't really have a concrete read upon where they're all going. 2 heroes that have high mobility. 1 hero that can show up all across the map. They've got some split push potential right now as well. Somebody in the game that can build a Hex as well as a Sheepstick if the game goes long enough. Now, alright, okay, Gambit's actually showing us something new. Before this, like a couple of days ago when I was casting with Camille, one of the things we were talking about between me and him was how Gambit Esports tends to be a team that drafts very one-directionally. Like a very one-dimensional team when it comes to how they implement their drafts. But in this game, already giving us a very different look. Haven't seen Gambit draft like this. I haven't been at a 3rd pick of a Gambit draft and not known who is going where. Team Secret pick Bounty. It's actually a decent hero this game. Decent against Prophet. Can steal a lot of the gold away from Doom. Also preempts Gambit for going for this early lifestealer, which they like to go for Dahak. Knowing he's gonna have to deal with this Bounty in the offlane. It's most likely gonna be Zai's hero, right? Puppy will play the Venge, Yapso will play Lion. Mid one will go on Viper, so it has to be Zai's hero. Unless Zai is gonna be playing like the Vengeful Spirit. But they could also run Nisha on Venge. And then have this Bounty be played by Puppy or Yapzor. I can imagine Puppy playing it as well. Just running around the map doing stuff. Gambit now, finally, at this point at this junction in the draft, they will have to reveal something, which makes it clear what they're trying to do. Doom could be played by Afterlife, could be played by Immersion, could be played by FNG. Pango could be played by AFO, as well as Afterlife. Hell, we saw EG at MDL Macau earlier today playing this on the safe lane for Arteezy. So Dahak could maybe play the Pango as well. And basically anybody can play the Nature's Prophet. Wide open. Gambit, I actually like what they've got here in terms of the fact that Secret isn't that, they aren't that tanky as a whole on all their heroes. And Gambit's not that squishy. They have quite a bit of burst, well, not quite a bit. They have, like, Finger of Death. They have a lot of single target damage on Team Secret, is what I'm trying to say. Bring down one target extremely quickly. You stun him, you nether toxin him, you attack him twice with poison attack. He gets impaled. You shuriken toss him, he's dead, you move on. Next kill, next kill, next kill, next kill. The team fighter is really lacking on the side of Team Secret. Not the most amazing on the side of Gambit either. But they require a lot more punch to get brought down. And with this Terrorblade pick that they get now as well, nothing else that Team Secret has on the table seems poised to deal with the TB as it stands. It's like TB doesn't really have to worry about getting any particular passives broken. Has a crazy amount of armor, so doesn't suffer as badly from the Wave of Terror. Still not great, the Wave of Terror, but you know, worst things on earth. Poison attack is going to be a bit of an issue though. Especially because normally you want to play around with having some low HP sometimes so you can get off some crucial sunders. So that might complicate his life somewhat. Beyond that though, I think Dahak is actually going to have a decent game on this Terrorblade. They don't have any illusion clear on the side of Team Secret besides the Lion. In this game, the primary damage from the TB need not even come from the illusions. Just needs to stay alive, man. Hit people with Metamorphosis. This is a hero when he has BKB can actually solo kill Viper. Not many heroes can do that. Also, another positive benefit is that the illusion that you get for your team when you use Reflection on Vengeful Spirit, it actually increases your damage with the Vengeance Aura, which is quite nice, quite nice, quite nice. I believe Poison Attack also functions on the Viper illusion. Oh man, Reflect, what a good spell. Now, what's it gonna be for Afo Ninja? Is this Pangolia's Pangolia for Afo, or is it gonna be something else? This last pick Terrorblade does make me feel more and more that they really should put a support. Okay. Okay. FNG, guys. Oh my god. The freaking new guy is out here. The Dank Willow 5th pick. 9th pick Dank Willow. When was the last time that you saw a Dank Willow come out at this stage? Or just when was the last time you saw Dank Willow at all? Dark Willow has been completely out of the meta. Has not been picked, not banned, not touched at all. She emerges now. Alright, Team Secret off. Gonna go for Nisha's pick at the end with the Morphling. So yeah, put Zion in the offlane with the bounty. Yo, this is I actually really like this draw from Gambit. I wanna see the interaction between Pangolia and Dark Willow. Like, it's been so long since anyone's played against it, they might not necessarily know how to move through the brambles, which would complicate their movement when there's a Rolling Thunder rolling around. And Afo Ninja is actually going to be the one that plays Pango. They're putting Doom in the offlane. Are they going to try and tri-lane this with this Dark Willow? I feel like Dark Willow can be pretty annoying in tri-lanes. In this game as well, these two supports between Yapzor and Puppy, even Zai to a lesser extent, if they ever find themselves getting caught out with a Bedlam going from the Dark Willow, they'll die, and they're going to die often. Let's also give them a little bit more team fight. I really like the fear onto Nisha. You will be able to dodge it at certain points in this game with either Manta, BKB. Shouldn't be too much of a deal. I think actually you can even use the Morphling swap to dodge the casting of the Terrorize from Dark Willow. I'm not certain though. It's not like with Mischief. I know Mischief you can 100% dodge it, but I'm not sure if you can do the same with Morph. Okay. A lot of what I like about Gambit's draft is its unpredictability in this kind of game. Some of these heroes we haven't seen in a really long time, such as Terrorblade and the Dark Willow. We just flat out haven't seen Afo Ninja playing Pangolia. Well, we have seen FNG on this Nature's Prophet though. But how the strategy is all gonna come together is gonna be a mystery for us to unpack together. So ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 of a possible 5 games here in the grand final between Team Secret and Gambit Esports. The two sides With Gambit on the Dire as they've been for much of this tournament. Secret playing on the Radiant. Puppy versus FNG. This actually, the funny thing about this is that when Puppy initially left Na'Vi all those years ago, turning Na'Vi from certified tier 1 to kind of shit for like a really long time. Throughout that period, FNG was the first person that was brought in to replace Puppy substantively as the new captain. And apparently things didn't go well. There was not a lot of respect given towards this guy. People didn't really think about the fact that FNG was supposed to have, you know, supposed to replace Puppy. They were like, who's this kid? We don't know who the fuck this guy is. But I do suspect that of all the people who are going to make Puppy chuckle the most throughout the drafting phase, it's going to be FNG. This guy always takes risks, does something interesting, and he's out here. Kind of why I like the drafting for Gambit's been weird is because I'm used to FNG being much weirder than just going for similar picks. But we'll see how things get going for him. They will just swap 2-2 bounties. Wait, how do they already have CS? Unless Zai just brought down a Treant. Well, I don't know. Zai in the offlane for Team Secret will be playing on this Bounty Hunter. Yapso ahead of him on the line for his team. Towards the mid lane, we do see that mid one. Actually, no, they're putting the Morphling mid. Nisha's going to actually play the Morph in the mid lane versus the Pangolier. I suppose they don't want to have the Morphling matching up against the Doombringer. I think the Doom Dark Willow lane isn't that great for Morph in the early game. And Morph and mid one erstwhile on the Viper can really put the screws out onto Afterlife. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Probably all in the mind of Puppy. It all makes sense. It all works out. He's got a plan. We see now Bramble Maze triggered out. Mid one does get caught in one. Afterlife. Yeah, just get some CS in the meantime. So he's playing on the Doom. Immersion on this Dark Willow. Toward the top side of the map, we see that FNG is trying to get some harass out onto Yapzo. Has already summoned some Treants. Throws the harass forward. Behind him is Dahak farming on this Terrorblade. And last but not least, Afo Ninja in the mid lane on this Pangolier. I feel like you shouldn't have any issues in this lane, right? As Pango. You are not afraid of Morphling. That's just like the long and short of it. Morphling cannot kill you. If you ever die to Morphling, yeah, you're just playing really badly. Not the early game, that should never happen. Afo, for now, is going to be out CSing Nisha. I don't think this is going to change too soon, but it might. Nisha's a really good player, so we'll see. I'm interested how this top lane is going to play out. Haven't seen Terrorblade in so long that he should still be fine here. He's going to lose a lot of his gold to these Janata hits, which is going to be fairly annoying. And Zai is only level 1, so he doesn't have a point into the Shadow Walk. He actually has to leave this lane. He's taking too much harass. Does get level 2 now, so can pick up a point into Shadow Walk. I feel like Dahak should be able to happily farm this lane, right? There shouldn't be too many concerns for him. Zai measuring out whether or not he needs to go for Shadow Walk or if he might want to level up the Shuriken instead. Top gets a Janata hit out onto FNG. Levels Shuriken, so they might want to try the First Blood. I think at the very least he was hoping for the possibility. FNG now just Porto will regen up his HP and use a teleport to come back into the lane. Bottom, we see mid one trading with Afterlife. Afterlife, I think he's already used the salve, but things are not going so badly. The main attraction of this game is going to be the performance of Immersion. I mean, as much as we might not have seen Terrorblade that much recently, there was a time when this hero was first pick, first ban in every single game for so long that I'm really okay with the fact that he's not really seen that much. Zai and Yapzor will annoy FNG by stealing his mana and stealing his gold. Feels bad, man. But yeah, I've seen Terrorblade, man. I do not get to see Dark Willow very often. Bramble Maze does get dropped down. Puppy doesn't land in it. That's actually unfortunate. Like, had he triggered it off a little bit further, if Puppy got caught with the Bramble, Afterlife would have been able to follow up with an Infernal Blade. Does have her Hadouken as well with the Shockwave. Stolen by the Satyr Tormentor. Would certainly have been a kill. Oh well, Afterlife's happy. He's chilled. Also, it turns out I was wrong in the mid lane. Nisha is actually starting to outstrip Afo. Not really. Afo's still ahead. Only by 1 CS. Oh wait, never mind. He's not ahead. He missed the CS. I thought he was going to get it. As Nisha as well, you're also not really afraid of the Pangolier. Pango won't have enough burst to kill you. even if he does get the lucky shot off, won't have enough burst to kill you before you're able to get off a morph through the duration of the lucky shot silence. So you're fine, you're cool. Bottom lane though, oh, they do finally get a kill. Afterlife dives mid one behind the tower with immersion. They use the Bramble Maze and are able to find a kill. Puppy now might be in some trouble as well. Infernal Blade will be out onto him, but they do not want to use more damage from immersion. Oh, this is actually a huge deal, getting this kill onto mid one. He is one of the heroes that in this game is going to need to have a good start. Considering that he's starting in the side lane rather than mid, going to find himself losing out on levels a lot. And this hero normally functions extremely well with levels on Viper. So denying him access to said levels could be a huge deal. Top lane, what could also be a huge deal is the death of Zai. One more right click from the Metamorph, he's going to die. There we go, Dahak gets him. It's pretty unfortunate that that happened. As a result, they're also going to give up 3 bounties. Man, Gambits do not quit. Do not quit, man. And they're going to get a kill onto Yapso in exchange for getting the last bounty on the top. 3 bounties and a kill for your mid laner. And Gambit will always get those bounties. A lot of gold that they're refusing to leave on the table. This is legit though. Gambit are actually ahead at this point in the game. 2k gold up. The last hit leader in this game is currently this Terrorblade at top. Yo, Nisha, you're gonna have to go back and heal a little bit, my friend. You shouldn't die, but once Afo has Swashbuckle again, if he swashbuckles you once more, you're gonna have to go back to base or go Shrine. None of which are things that I imagine the Morphling really wants to do. Yeah, mate. Okay, he gets a Morbid Mask now, so he's fine. He's cool. He should be Gucci here. Zai, level 3 right now in this lane. The Hawk is level 5, so this is the time where we can see that Vipers or that Terrorblades can just go into the jungle, farm from there, leave the lane itself to one of his supports. Mid one is about to die at bottom. Immersion brings him down with one more right click. They're chasing Afterlife, but he turns around with the Hadouken. Will have an Infernal Blade very soon. Chooses to use it out onto Puppy. Puppy getting some support. The TP in from Yapso, who finds a 3-man impale. The Curse Crown is going to trigger off onto Puppy, stunning him up. And they do get that 1 kill in exchange for Immersion's life. Afo Ninja is weighing up the options of going into the Rolling Thunder. Will opt against it. And at least at the moment, they might choose to go for it. Swashbuckle used up right now. Yapso, beautiful impale underneath the tier 1, but mid 1 is still going to be in trouble. Going to get bounced upon right now by the Rolling Thunder. He's trying to juke, he's trying to jive, but it's not going to be enough. He is going to fall. Is he? Is he? FNG, oh, they don't even need FNG. Afo Ninja is there to provide the damage with the Swashbuckle. Has already used the 1 charges though. Is Puppy going to be able to run him down? FNG, they're chasing. They're going to get the damage, and Afo Ninja is going to eat a tango as well. He's got the Swashbuckle in a second. Puppy does manage to dodge it and throws out the magic missile, baiting Afo Ninja and ending his killing spree, collecting a lot of gold in the process. Also creating space for Nisha, who's now level 7 as opposed to the 6 of Afo. So good rotation down to the bottom lane by the Pangolier. Maybe took a little bit additional risk. I don't feel like he should have committed the Swashbuckle. He should have just ran away. His team had that kill no matter what. Afo Ninja got a little bit greedy. And mid, they might actually try to kill Morphling. Morphling's in trouble. He's silenced up right now. Is he going to get brought down? He keeps getting silenced by the lucky shot, but not enough damage yet to force him to die before he's able to get off his morph. So he's Gucci. And Afo has vested interest in making sure Nisha does not have a good game. Unfortunately for him, Nisha does manage to bottle up that haste rune. And bottom, they might try go again onto either Yap or Zai. They've chosen to rather rotate mid one out into the jungle. And they're leaving Puppy at top, because they know that right now Dahak is simply farming the jungle. This is after all a level 6 Terrorblade. No way you should expect him to be in the lane right now. So there is some lost gold on the map that Immersion and the boys aren't collecting at top. I feel like either FNG should just port top. Once his teleportation is back off cooldown, should buy a TP scroll, go top farm there. He'll come back bottom if he needs to. Bottom, Zai might get himself bramble mazed, but they do not have any sentries out here. FNG does have dust, but they don't want to use that unless they're going for an active kill. Zai slowly but surely on the trajectory towards having completed set of phase boots. They catch Zai, okay, but he's able to immediately just use the hatchet, eat his way out. Man, this must be so annoying for Afterlife, just getting all his mana taken away all the time. Mate, Devour's up, comrade. Bro, there we go. Alright, they do not rotate the Hawk down bottom with Metamorph. They're going to use this to take down the tier 1 tower. They've also got a creep wave coming in. 30 seconds prior to a Siege Ray Dragon being there. However, FNG still has thrown out a Treant to cut the creep wave, create enough space for his own team to be moving on to the tier 1. They're going to rotate Nisha down though. They want to prevent this from happening. Zai going to get caught out with the Dust of Appearance. Viper Strike catches FNG. He's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Just dives in with the rest of his team. Nisha steals the Metamorphosis mode. He gets caught out right now by Immersion, throwing the damage from the Curse Crown at him. Will he get stunned? Nisha still hasn't found a kill onto Immersion. On the other side, Mid1 is able to find a double kill, bringing down Afterlife as well. Nisha now fighting against the real Terrorblade. The Hawk is very high damage, able to bring down this Morphling. Took a little bit of a risk here. Zai now in the corner of the trees, caught up inside the Sprout by FNG. FNG, will he die again? Not just yet. They have managed to bring down Immersion, and Puppy gets stunned now by the Rolling Boulder. Mid1 on the backline of the fight. Look at him go. Just killing everybody. He's going to find himself an ultra kill almost. They're looking to bring down Afro Ninja. Afro will die. And Mid1, is he going to get FNG? FNG survives with 15 HP. But Mid1 still able to get himself a triple kill. Definitely the big winner of that engagement. A ton of gold for him. 4 deaths over the side of Gambit. They do end up losing 2 of their core heroes to the Hawk, the one hero on the side of Gambit that did not die. So as a result, you know, it's actually kind of crazy. Honestly, in games with Terrorblade and Morphling, if one of them survives and the other one doesn't, regardless of what else happens in the team fight, the team that has a survivor of these cores almost always is the one that can be considered the team fight winner. So in this instance, I think the Hawk not too upset by what happened at bottom. Although Apple will be quite sad. But it is what it is. They also don't manage to claim the tier 1 tower. FNG trying to put the same type of damage out on top. He got Viper struck for his efforts at top. So they'll pop the fortification just so the Siege Dragon can throw in as much damage onto the tier 1 as possible. That's gonna die now though. I do feel like Team Secret are the ones that are gonna have to make more happen in the earlier portions of this game. I mean, they have Viper Morphling with Bounty Hunter against Doom Pango Terrorblade. Pretty clear that Gambit will have the late game advantage. Their heroes scale way better. Especially this Bounty. I'm kind of worried about Zai. If this game doesn't go exceptionally well for his team, it could come a point where there's just no role for this Bounty Hunter anymore. And also, Gambit are going to be poised at some point to just start deathballing. And if that starts to happen, Bounty Hunter really won't have a place in that game. They're going to try and mirror each other right now. Secret set up with Mid1, Puppy, as well as with Zai at top, trying to take this tier 1 tower here. Simultaneously, the Hawk is sitting at the bottom with Immersion, ready to take down that tier 1 tower. They take down the tier 1 at bottom. The Hawk, though, has half duration of his Metamorphosis. Will he go top to try and contest the tier 1 tower take here? They will not, because okay, Yapso helps to kill onto this mid lane, Afro Ninja Pangolier. So they bring him down. It's the second Finger of Death kill that Yapso was able to involve himself in. So making the spell stronger really does make a difference. Changes a lot. FNG, can he get out in time? Yeah, oh my god, he can't. Puppy catches him at the last minute with the swap. They track him now. He's going to be the first track kill. Yap says, sorry mate. That was so close. He was actually like half a second from getting out. Almost made it, but sadly not going to be the case. On the bright side, because Yapso showed up at bottom now. Wait, actually, are they going to try kill Nisha? Nisha, waveform. Going to get doomed up. Actually, he doesn't have... He started morphing just a second ago, though. He's fine. He's cool. He's going to get tankier. They're going to try to bring in FNG for this though. There's going to be a swipe. Bedlam. The Terrorize will be there, sending back several heroes. With the Swashbuckle, they are able to bring down Afterlife though. Afro Ninja having showed up. They've lost 2 already, both FNG as well as Afterlife. The support from Team Secret with Yapso and Secret and Puppy a bit too high right now. Man, Afterlife was not ready for that. If they had like an observer ward here so they could see the fact that the Nisha Morphling was waveforming in, might have been able to find the instant doom, but Nisha was able to start morphing strength. That's a very unfortunate set of circumstances. And them losing both heroes, not only do they lose both heroes, Nisha also grabs himself a Terrorblade form, goes Metamorphosis, and will be able to bring down very, very low this tier 2 1 tower. It's actually gonna die. With level 1 Vengeance Aura, Nisha just hits way too hard. And they get the swap back as well, long range onto Afo Ninja. Afo gets demolished. Still doesn't have his Maelstrom. Really, really struggling for gold in this game. And Secret, using that Radiant advantage, will head directly into the Roshan pit. With the stolen Metamorphosis still active for another second or so. But the main thing is that they have Puppy, who has level 3 Wave of Terror. They've got mid 1 that can increase what they're doing, the damage with the Nether Toxin, making sure there's always a permanent dot on this Rosh. And we see that this Radiant advantage continues to be exploited by all these teams here at ESL 1. It was OG primarily doing this, and now we see Team Secret doing the same. They are able to get themselves an Aegis. They lose Zai. You know, he dies at bottom after throwing out a track onto Dahak. It is what it is. And they're going to lose a tier 2 tower unless Yapso can pull off a defense of his life. But yeah, this tower's gonna fall. Afro Ninja will actually go into the Rolling Thunder. This is not gonna result in a kill. They spot Puppy, however, but this should just be an excursion out. It's gonna be able to swashbuckle to the low ground if need be. And Immersion is actually building Midas. The Midas also arrives now for Afterlife. So it's gonna be at least 3 Midases this game. We've already got the one for Nisha. The one that just arrived now for Afterlife. Immersion is getting one. Doesn't seem like Afro Ninja is going to go for a Midas this game, thank God. But it does seem he's dead. Feels bad, man. Oh man, he needs to get bite. Oh, he's not going to die. Get the Janata actually steals away his gold. So you can't finish this Maelstrom before he loses his life to Zai. That is the most tragic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He was literally 2 gold short of actually having the Maelstrom. Zai hits him with the level 4 Janata, steals away his gold. Oh man, that's so sad, so sad. They see Afterlife now. Afterlife is so dead as well. He's gonna get himself rooted up by mid 1, tracked, brought down. Zai able to secure that kill. Nisha's already at top, putting pressure onto the tier 2 tower here. Mid 1 is just going to go back, drag the creep wave with him into the mid lane. Dahak is trying as much as he can with his illusions to make sure that the equilibrium goes the other way. However, top tower will eventually fall and Team Secret will eventually be able to turn the tide in the mid lane towards the tier 2 tower. And Nisha can just happily decouple from the top lane, come towards mid, assist his team in taking that tower as well. So the third Midas arrives for Immersion. Man, Afo, can you finally buy it? There you go, mate. There you go. Finally gonna have Maelstrom on Afo Ninja. Unless... Nah, you won't die. Unless somehow Zai snipes the courier. That would be the funniest thing in the world, honestly. I would literally, like, ball out laughing. FNG gonna get caught now with the magic missile. Terrorize, sending back both Zai as well as Yapso. They can't keep the fight going. They can't save the bounty hunter. Doom now flying out onto the Yapso Lion. He cannot contribute to this fight. Mid 1 has now shown, now throwing Viper Strikes and Nether Toxins everywhere. But he's gonna still lose his Aegis no matter what. The Doom ends. Yapso almost has Ags. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's kind of insane. Kind of insane. Afo knows where Yapso is at. He's maybe going to try and force him out with bait, but they're not going to go for it. Nisha not going to be happy about the fact that, you know, right now, all he can really do with his team is just farm, farm, farm. And they no longer have Aegis, so the 90 seconds before it expires can no longer be used possible, like for them to just increase their lineup, their lead. Zai helps to get the kill onto FNG at bottom. It's yet another track kill. It's actually a solo kill. Okay, now they claim the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Rack's on the high ground. Still safe. They're going to be able to kill the Hawk. The scan does connect, and immersion, I don't know, Zai, if you want to keep chasing this, but here we go. He's actually getting some backup on the other side. They're going to lead underneath the tier 1 tower. Puppy will be able to throw out the magic missile. It gets dodged away, can't get in range to use the nether swap. So the Hawk is able to make tracks and run. Nisha erstwhile is going to solo kill FNG. Even transforms into him. That's rude, man. He's now even going to use this to teleport bottom to keep farming. That is so rude, Nisha. So rude. Now we can wave through the creep wave as well. Lots of juicy gold for the small flank down bottom. It's going to have butterfly soon. Or at least the is this E-Blade game or butterfly game? He's going for the E-Blade, but I feel like maybe butterfly might be better. Because like he doesn't need to be able to burst people. Atos used onto Afro Ninja. Pangolier is going to die. The Terrorize comes out just a second too late. There's also going to be a stun coming in from the Curse Crown. With the Wrath of Nature also bouncing around by the Nature's Prophet. Puppy on the high ground has already thrown out the magic missile stun. Zai will be chasing down Immersion. But there will still be a TP out. He's fine. The only AoE disabled they have is Yapso with the Impale. So they cannot interrupt the usage of their TP immediately after the Shadow Realm on the Dark Willow. Level 10, she got the cost range talent. The Hawk still hasn't died this game. He almost has BKB. I've forgotten what it can actually be fun to watch an almost perfect Terrorblade performance. At least perfect in terms of how he's farming across the map. As evidenced by the fact that he has the same net worth as this Morphling, even though Morphling has a Midas. The Hawk is just playing very well. They're going to try kill Zai now. The counter kill will be there. Afterlife here with the Infernal Blade. They get the Dust of Appearance out onto Zai. But they have a comparative lack of stuns. I'm very surprised that Afterlife is still opting to keep... Okay, he gets the Dark Troll Summoner now. He was still keeping the Sator Tormentor up until this point, which is very surprising, given that his team has so many problems with lockdown. For example, if he had the Dark Troll Summoner, now when they were looking to kill Zai, they probably would have gotten him with the Ensnare. Personally, I still feel maybe a Centaur Conqueror might be best to get that War Stomp. He's gonna go for Blink Dagger, that's gonna be nice. Mid one, having already finished Guardian Greaves, looking for a 4-star. Perhaps a full Hurricane Pike could be useful here. Oh man, but this is the item I was hoping not to see for Secret. Or at the very least, Gambit is hoping not to see. Lincoln Sphere really makes life hard for them. Can't be Sundered, can't be Doomed. The only ways to crack it are Infernal Blade. I don't need, like, Curse Crown. Doom, Sunder itself. Yeah, and that's about it. Secret have themselves a 7k gold lead right now. This is a huge deal. Zai being able to pick up this Crimson Card. They haven't really been able to deal with this hero. I really kind of underestimated how hard they'd find it on the side of Gambit to actually catch these Secret heroes. But they are really struggling, man. Even in situations where they have the positional advantage, just keeping these heroes in one place long enough that they can get kills on them is proving to be an insurmountable task right now for Gambit. The Dire Scan triggers middle over onto mid one. But, man, this smoke, if they don't connect it very soon, very bad things are going to happen overall. Because Lion has now a Finger of Death that's been upgraded. Oh, man. Okay, FNG. He's going to be the first one dragged back into this fight. Nether swap used on him. And there's going to be the AoE Finger of Death connecting onto both the Hawk and FNG. They do get the Doom out onto mid one. There's going to be a huge amount of damage coming in from Yapso, but he's going to die eventually as well. The Hawk is in the metamorphosis form, breathing down onto Puppy. Puppy will die. They're trying to kill Zai right now, but Zai helping to kill the rest of the team. And we see that Nisha is just going way too ham on the backside. Zai almost going to fall, but no, it's going to be Nisha who gets an ultra kill instead. The stolen metamorphosis providing way too much damage. The one bright side, the one bright spark for Gambit is that Roche is not back online. But man, oh man, Nisha. He dealt almost 5,000 damage in that fight. Gambit tried their best. Doom on Morphling, Doom on mid one. They very quickly bring down the Yapzo Lion. They bring down Puppy, but it's just not enough. And that was also all their ultimates except for what's left, Bedlam. And there's just no way Bedlam is going to do enough damage to dissuade them from taking this tier 3. They're going to have to back off before they get a full set of racks though. Afo, did you forget, my friend, that they have a Rod of Atos? Alright, never mind what I just said. There's going to be racks. Where did FNG die? FNG died outside of the map trying to get some bounty runes. Or something. I don't even know what he was doing out there. Nisha had stolen away the Pangolier form, so he has access to the swap, immersion, never swap normally. Swashbuckle gets used by Nisha just to put him in front of the racks. And he goes back to town on them. Okay, they've got a Terrorize, which they might be able to use from immersion. Can he get it off? Nah. It wouldn't really help anyway. These racks are definitely going to fall. 2 lanes are going to fall, in fact. Did the game just end? Actually, I feel like Gambit might be able to hold against 1 set of super creeps, but 2 lanes would be way too much. And they're going to give up 2 lanes. Look where Afterlife is. He's bottom right now. Does have a TP to come back, but needs to wait for Pangolier to be back online before he can make that move. Immersion. How much longer can you delay this? Not at all, it seems. And even the deny attempt will not succeed. So the melee racks will fall at top. Wow! Yapzo, man. Dude, this AoE ultimate is so sick. And they're just gonna get the Roche next. How much damage did it increase it to? Let's see. 875 as opposed to 725. So 50 additional damage. Yeah. And this is before we even add the additional Finger of Death kills. And again, the big thing, ladies and gentlemen, it is now an AoE spell. Are you freaking kidding me? Curse Crown with the Bedlam laid out at top onto Zai. Zai is going to get swashbuckled, but fortunately for him, the AL Guardian Greaves right next to him that keep him alive for now. They're trying to get this chase forward. FNG will TP to the other side of this fight, but he might lose his life, FNG. Around the Viper, he's going to get brought down. They're fighting now. The Hawk has gone into the BKB. Nisha died, got silenced by the lucky shot, so wasn't able to morph positively. They buy back on the Morphling. They know that if they win this upcoming fight, they can then take Roche. But now this is a dangerous place to be. Gambit, all they need to do is get out and they'll be happy with this. Afterlife does get himself stunned up right now. Immersion uses a Shadow Realm to stay alive. Seems Afro Ninja not so lucky, does get brought down at top. Immersion running away, but Zai closing the gap. Zai wants to be able to find the Shuriken bounce. It's going to get him. Oh no, Immersion. Nice dodge using the Shadow Realm. Heads up play from Zai to try that, but it's not going to succeed. Gambit now. 4v5. Can they defend this Roche? FNG has Wrath of Nature. Needs to send in some trees. They need to try and make some plays. The huge Walk Swap coming in onto 3 heroes with the Doom as well. Flying out onto Nisha. Nisha cannot buy back if he dies again. This is the time for Gambit, but unfortunately Gambit... Nisha's still able to get the Aegis. The Hawk wasn't nearby enough. He has a BKB, but without him being there, there's just no way that they're able to take that fight. Would have been ideal if Pangolier was alive at that time, and they could get into the pit with this Rolling Thunder bouncing around everywhere. But not going to be the case. Nisha with this newly found Aegis. Wait, is the Hawk really here? Oh my god, the Hawk, TP out right now, my friend. Right now. Right now. Oh my god, the Hawk. He's going to have to BKB TP out. Okay, he's actually just that good. They can TP out normally, it's fine. End of the day, Team Secret are still 17k up 20,000 experience ahead of the side of Gambit. Looking at the levels, only the Terrorblade is above level 15. Pango is 15. Dark Willow is 14. Afterlife has not had a game. And like I said, they might have been able to bring him back into the fold against OG. But this is a different beast altogether. OG is certainly no Team Secret. And Secret's not going to allow you any room to come back. If the game goes long enough, you might still be able to. But with 2 racks up, don't think Team Secret's going to be spending too much time worrying about how do we close out this game. The path to victory is fairly easy. 1 more lane of racks. 1 more tier 2 tower. 1 more tier 3. 1 more lane. Game basically ends itself. Dark will have Butterfly. And they're going to smoke on the side of Team Secret. Poppy and Yapso are hoping that's going to catch somebody off who's positioned badly. But I think Gambit has learned how Zai has been moving around the map. They're never going to be caught completely unawares. Mid 1 does now have Aghanim Scepter as well. So, geez, this is super huge. 10-second cooldown. 10-second cooldown. Are you kidding me? How do they hold this base? Everybody's back for this one though. Zai will just take out some sentries. Doesn't want to get spotted out. Afterlife waiting in the wings. The blink with the Doom gonna be absolutely crucial. I feel like they've went a little bit too preemptively with this Rolling Thunder. Nisha has now stolen Terrorblade form with Metamorph. They no longer have the Rolling Thunder. That's a huge source of teamfight control that they've lost right now. Will the blink, the Doom, will it fly out? They get the Viper. Viper will get swapped back into safety. They've already gotten the kill onto Afterlife. Look at the damage though from the Bedlam flying out onto Puppy, and Puppy will die. But the AoE lifestyle will be there coming out from the Lion, the Finger of Death, doing the damage, bringing Nisha very low. But Nisha comes back online. Yep, so beautiful Impale coming in after the blink. FNG still alive, will get brought down by the Shuriken Toss of Zai. You see the swashbuckle in the opposite direction as well as Nisha diving forward. They get the Rod of Atos out. Since mid 1, the Doom has ended on him. Alright, I'm now seeing the genius of Puppy. I now understand why this... Game over. Pango dies again. Blink forward by Afterlife after he brought back for this engagement. The Bedlam flying onto Nisha, but Nisha just uses the E-Blade onto Immersion, and Immersion will just die immediately. Backline of the fight will be the Doombringer that gets brought down too. And Gambit Esports have been taken down. GG. Game 1. In the favor of Team Secret. And I was going to say, I finally see the genius of this Vengeful Spirit pick. Getting this hero very early on in the draft, not only does it beef up your other core heroes that you pick later, also it puts you in a situation where if you know that the enemy team enjoys picking Doom often, they pick Doom now. Okay, somebody gets doomed, you just swap them back to safety and they take basically no damage. So Team Secret, we saw some surprises from Gambit, you know, Nature's Prophet early in the draft. We see the Dark Willow to